Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to pull some traps. But before I do that, let me tell you this. They're calling for 2 to 4 inches of snow and it just literally started. So let me show you outside what it looks like, guys. Now this, before I show you, it's about 7:30 right now. So let's check outside. So not sure if you can see or not. Actually, I think you can. You can see on the camera the snow falling. It just started, and coming down the interstate I saw where the mountain was completely gone. So we will check back here with you. I shouldn't be no longer about an hour and a half. So it's like I said, 7:30 right now. So we'll go back up there, pull some traps, and I'll show you my new trap puller, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, as you can see behind me, the snow is falling. What I plan on doing today is pulling as many traps as I can. Now, I worked last night, so it is now 7:50, and you can see the difference in the snow. It's definitely coming down. Unfortunately, the camera that I'm using is not my normal camera, so I'm going to use my cell phone with no microphone. So I hope it's semi-decent. I need to go ahead and get these pulled while I can still see them. Of course, I know where they are anyway, but I'm going to go ahead and get out of here because later on it's supposed to warm up, melt all the snow, and then I'm not going to be able to get these out because it's going to be too muddy. So I'm going to go ahead and show you my bender, or my trap puller, and I'm going to show you, you'll be the first people to see, along with me, just how good this thing will pull a trap out of the ground, guys. This right here, this one I'm pulling out right now, is one of the hardest ones I had to drive in the ground, so I started with this one. So let's see what happens, guys. Okay, so this is my puller. Now, if you've ever seen one of these, what comes standard is everything you see here minus this big rail. So what I had a local company do is bend this up for me, make this a little wider, so when I try to pull them out of the ground, this doesn't actually sink any deeper than it needs to sink. If you've ever watched my other video, how to pull traps, I was using a conduit bender, which looked similar to this, but fortunately, the ground was too hard at one of my pulls. When I went to pull it, I actually bent my handle back, and when I went to bend the handle part and the screws into the conduit bender, well, when I went to pull it, straighten it back out, it just broke. So I invested in one of these this year. I can't get my truck back here to pull these traps out, so hopefully this will do it. I also tried to have them beef up the handle, and you see they did not. I also asked them to put a piece of like a conduit, round conduit on here, or a piece of pipe, so I'd have some more pulling power and it'd be more comfortable. They didn't do that. For some reason they decided to grind that down. I don't know why. And I told them to weld me a little bracket here so I could put a shackle or a whatever in there, and they drilled a hole instead. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna have somebody fix it the right way, and I'm probably still gotta pay for it. They're gonna send me an invoice. I don't know how much it cost me, but this part without this metal right here that they added, this wider part, is $39 on F&T. I recommend going there and getting it. And if you know how to weld, which I don't, fix it yourself. Let's go ahead and pull this out, guys. Okay, so I already knew this going into this, that this bender, the chain that's on your super anchors, your earth anchors, well, this piece is too wide. That's why I wanted them to to weld a piece on here. So I'm back to my shackle again, which is fine with me 100%. I'm still going to add something there eventually, and I'll add a chain here to there, which I'll show when I do that. I'll show you. Okay, so right now I'm going to use my shackle. This is going to be unscripted. This is going to be right as you see it here. The reason why it's out of the ground is because yesterday I caught a possum here, and I just left it because I knew I'd be coming back. All right, guys, this is my first impression. I've never used this before, so we are going to see just how good this will pull out a trap. It's a little chilly out here, so, and I can feel my crack hanging out, snow going down back of my pants. So anyway, okay, let's see what happens, guys. This is the first go around. Oh, to gosh it comes right out. We'll see. Just like butter, guys. That is nice. Look at that. Now it wasn't very deep, but it was buried all the way down to here. But that possum, before all the snow was here, he really wore the ground out. Guys, that is awesome. All right, this is another one that is hard to, so this is like not even 20 feet from where my other one was. As you see, it's still in the ground, so we're gonna go ahead and trip it and get it out of there. Should be right in there somewhere. There it is. All right, another one. We're gonna see. I'm just gonna show you straight up. If it's easy, if it's not, let you know. By the way, these are MB 550s. Best damn trap on the market if you ask me, but whatever. I also have Bridgers number 2s. If the crack is showing in my video, you might see a blur. I'm gonna blur it out because who wants to see some crack? All right, guys, here's number 2. Let's see what happens. Oh my gosh, no way. All right, now, even though I'm on national forest bordering some private land, I still want to take care of this because this is a trail people walk on. You don't want to just leave, you know, a big mess. Why? Here's my reasoning. Because if somebody know I was trapping here, and there actually somebody does know, they come back here and they see where I pulled my traps out, and they're like, oh, that guy's worthless. You know, he came back here, he trapped, and look at the mess he left. Well, why don't you just fix it? It only takes a few seconds. Now see, a couple days, when the rain comes, it'll push it all down, be like nothing ever happened here. Let's move on to the next one. Now, of all my traps that I trapped here, I figured this one right here would have produced the most. There is the most coyote sign here in this spot than any other spot that I've trapped here so far. And I figured, I mean, you got a high bank back here, 2 major trails, and not a coyote one in this trap. Nothing even came over here to this trap. So, I don't know. You either get them or you don't. But in the last week and a half, 2 weeks, there has been no sign except possums and coons, and I need to move on, guys. This spot is good. I'm gonna hunt it, but I'm not gonna trap it right now. So I'll come back in here periodically and check and see. Maybe we'll get another one. Let's go ahead and pull this one. Now this one, maybe I should have said that first one I pulled wasn't as hard as this one, because this one actually bent my rod. And I think I did a video where I was talking about it, but this is where my rod bent. I had to put a piece of rebar. Had to actually come back and put this one in because it was unbelievably hard. So let's go ahead and pull this one out. Now I know if this pulls it out, we're good to go, guys. All right, just like normal, we'll go ahead and set it off. All right. Remember, guys, crack kills. Oh, I can feel the cool air rushing down my pants. Terrible, guys. All right, here we go. Whew. I'm gonna try one-handed. What do you think? Ooh, that one's pretty tight. And those grunts were needed. Woo! That's a good one. That was in there, Jack. Whew. On to the next one, guys. All right, guys. The snow is really coming down now. Believe it or not, in less than 25 minutes, I've got all my traps out of the ground. And this thing is a tank. Now, the reason why I had it to be fixed is 2 reasons. My first reason was that wide foot. I wanted it so it doesn't sink in the ground. Secondly, after bending a piece of strut, a piece of rigid conduit, and my bender, my old bender, won that video. I thought I don't want this to happen again, so that's why I try to beef it up. Honestly, I think it's pretty good the way it is. I mean, it pulled out like nobody's business. Couldn't believe it. Make quick work of it. Now, I use that shackle. You don't have to, or the clevis, whatever, you don't have to use that. Take your bolt and stick it through there, which I may end up doing that instead of them, because them clevises, shackles, whatever, they're 3/16. That's the only size it will fit in the super anchors, okay? Earth anchor, super anchor, whatever you want to call them. That is the only size it will fit in there. Now, of course, you can go smaller, but you won't get the pulling power, okay? That is literally the only size it will fit in there. A 1/4 inch will not fit. So if you think, oh, I got a bunch of 1/4 inches, that ain't gonna fit. Trust me. I've done looked. Let me show you what I do to my puller to walk out, because I still got about a 1/4 mile walk in this. So let me show you what I do. This is what I do. I put them all on the handle, throw them on my back, and head on out, guys. Be a good steward of the land. Clean your mess up. Clean your trap holes up. Flatten them back out as best you can, especially on national forest, especially on private land, on your land, whatever. I mean, it just looks better. People walk down, they don't say, oh, look at this. This bum left all this, you know, or whatever. Don't give us a bad name, guys. You know, I mean, you should clean up after yourself anyway, so nobody should have to tell you that, guys. I gotta get out of here. I still gotta drive home, so. All right, we are back at the truck, and this is what the road looks like, guys. But you saw right about an hour and 10 minutes, 15 minutes ago, this is what it looked like. Or this is what it looks like now versus what it looked like before. Pretty crazy. All right, guys, I gotta get out of here. If you like what you see here, like and subscribe. God bless, tight chains, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Stay safe, drive safe, stay warm. God bless.